It was emotional. It was like nice, peaceful. I love the bout with his mom, because I don't think we got a lot of his mom in the first one. Like, we got
No,
her in terms of just talking Spanish, and just, so we got the partial Latina element to Miles Morales, but we didn't really get the, her character. So it was nice kind of seeing this while him, dealing with, the Spider-Man stuff of, I've got to hide it because I got to protect the ones that love me. But I also fear that she might say the dreaded curse words, with great power comes great responsibility. So exactly.
Once you say that, you're done.
You're done. It's your death note. That's your death note. So
yeah. I don't even remember her when she came on to the trailer. I just was racking my brain. I just remember his father, because his father was a copper, and his uncle,
which was a prominent part of the first one.
Yeah, and his father and his uncle, who was the baddie,
right?
If I remember correctly. But this, I just went, okay, well, obviously it was in there. It's been a while since I've seen it.
But for what it's worth, I think they drew her a little bit differently in this one, because I almost didn't recognize her initially, but just by the way that she was talking before it really got deeper into it, was like, okay, this has got to be his mom. But I do feel like they changed, they tweaked her drawing a little bit and made it a little bit sharper than they did in the first one. So, but I like that whole setup. And then, I love that the idea of them going through, basically, I'll call it the halls of Spider-Man. But this is where the part where I get the most nervous, because Into the Spider-Verse was a masterpiece because Sony didn't really care. That was just we need to keep this Spider-Man property thing, so we'll sink the money into it, but this is really just so that we can maintain the rights, because they have to do that every 7 years, re-up. If they don't make a movie every 7 years, then it eventually turns over. But it became a masterpiece because the director and the writer was able to just do whatever it is that they wanted to do and really create and develop this story. Which, if Sony would step away from the from the MCU, Tom, whatever his last name is, Spider-Man, and just focused on Tom Holland, thank you, and focus on the Into the Spider-Verse and kind of pull out from that a live action from that, again, without them trying to put in everything in their mama in there, I think that they would be in a much better place.
Yeah.
But I know that's not what they're capable of doing. And even watching it, I
don't have any faith that Sony can pull this off.
Sony, no. The director and the writer having enough clout after winning an Oscar and buku money from it, yes. But I'm also starting to feel the stuff. Like, so many Spider-Men are in there. Like, this is going to be the conflict of what is. It clearly looks like it's going to be the plot of it is going to be, do the ends define the means, or does the journey make the destination kind of, situation?
So just to clarify that, what I got from it was it's Miles Morales versus other Spider-Men from other Spider-Verses. Did you get that in the trailer? That's what I thought I saw.
I don't think I got it as against the others. I think I got it against the 2099 Spider-Man and his lead on how the other variants of Spider-Man will go about attacking this situation with, I guess, will be the Spot as a villain for these next two movies. So I feel like that's why I said is the ends define the means. Spider-Man 2099 is this the guy that is, I get the result by any means necessary, even if we got to break a few eggs along the way, or is this going to be, and then Miles Morales and Spider-Girl being like,
it's Gwen Stacy, isn't it?
Gwen Stacy, right? Is it Gwen? Yes, yeah. But is she going to be? Wait, is it Gwen Stacy?
I don't know. I think so.
I do. But
you keep talking. I'll find out.
Yeah, it's basically like, are we going to have to defend our universe as it is, despite the evil that's going on, because the greater good is maintaining that element. Oh, and it's Beyond the Spider-Verse is what the next one will be, not Through It. Beyond the Spider-Verse. And it's like, is that going to be so? Like, I feel like the storyline is not going to be overtly, unique per se, which I think kind of worries me in this, because the first one, while not an uncommon storyline, I thought presented really well.
Right.
So,
yeah, I mean, what we're talking about here is Phil Lord and Christopher Miller,
right,
who is responsible for truckloads of films, including everything from Solo, the Star Wars story, which is not one of their better works, all the way up through the 22 and 21 Jump Street,
the Lego movies.
The Lego movie. I'm just looking at it. They got their fingers in lots of pies on the Batman Lego movie. These guys are busy bees and successful.
Yes.
Must be said, extremely successful. So, I mean, you're right. I mean, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was unbelievable. And, I was just thinking last night, having just seen Avatar 2, thinking of how anything seen as anything as spectacular as that visually.
Yeah.
And at first, you think about the first Avatar, but as far as originality, as far as popping off the screen is concerned, as far as just pushing the envelope of color and design and creativity, Into the Spider-Verse holds its own. You just sit there and not only do you get this visual feast of creativity, unusual and interesting visuals, but you keep with the story too. You never lose track of the story. You never get overwhelmed by it. And so the same two guys are at it again. And I have to admit, when I started watching the trailer, I got a bit lost when the mother started talking. For whatever reason, I just went, okay, she's saying something deep and meaningful, and she's being mummy-like. And I just started losing interest and just started looking around at the visuals. But again, I just kind of got a little bit lost and a little bit distracted, thinking, I'll just wait to see what it looks like when it finishes.
Right.
I'll just, this is going to be cool. This is going to be pretty funky. It's going to be off the wall. I can see lots of Spider-Man here doing lots of different things. I'm sure I won't be able to figure it all out just by this trailer. I'll just wait till it comes out. that was my thing. And again, just I know Sony can come in here and stuff it up. Studio execs in suits tend to do that, but you kind of said it in one line before that when there's money being made, studio executives tend to stay away because that's the bottom line. That's what they're looking for. They're looking, and if Matt, these two guys Lord and Miller have a lot of clout, and they're probably in a very good position to say, get out of here. We've got this covered.
Let's remind our friends to please click on the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when we have new videos out.
Subscribe!
Subscribe!
Die.